Look, I'd be keen to know how much you can say about how you expect to go as a team next year.
Yeah.
What are your expectations on how you'll go?
Oh, look, I mean, you sort of don't want to put any limitations on yourself or anything like that. I mean, the only thing you can do is really look at sides in our similar position. I would suspect. I mean, Mick's always a big historian. You look at history and all that sort of stuff. So I've certainly kept a close eye on Richmond's performance this year. Different circumstances to a degree, if you know what I mean, but the sort of same age list. Melbourne's list. Kangaroos probably slightly older, but played a lot of kids. And that's obviously the case where we're going to be. And they all had sort of varying degrees of success. So if that makes any sense, and put a line through the three of them and so let's go for an average of them, I said that would be probably where I'd be looking. But, as I said, we've got Gary Ablett and the players all start on the 22nd of November. The first message, I'm going to give the boys is we need to train and go beyond him, and so that's going to challenge him to get better, and it's going to obviously challenge us to get better. And if we can get the best out of him, it's going to get the best out of us. Well, let's see what happens. And I look at, you look at, and mind you, you got to preface this by saying Geelong were playing football and then an established club, but 2006 was it? They finished 10th or 11th. Thomas Thompson was almost sacked. They turned around, and since then they've gone on to win 90 games out of 100. 2 flags in 3, all that sort of stuff. It's been a Cinderella sort of story, so to speak. So, you got to preface it with all that sort of stuff. And you look at the Baby Bombers. We won a flag in 92, smashed Geelong in 94. So you think, well, what happened in 93? All of a sudden, the Baby Bombers came through. Well, we might be the Baby Gold Coast. Who knows? And I think, and taking a bit out of what Wish has said. I mean, he's clever, smart, call it what you like, but then he said next year is a chance to win the flag. Well, I'm a chance to win one next year too. Used to say that 6-side fall over with injuries and form, and we come sneaking through, and all these kids grow up, and within all that. Who knows? I mean, he said you don't want to say, well, we're going to come out and win 8 games. Because what happens if you win 2? All of a sudden, everyone starts getting questioned. If you win 15, you've overachieved and all those sorts of things.
So you don't discount, but so you don't discount, so finals, you don't discount finals even in your first season?
No, I wouldn't say no. I think it's something we've got to strive for. I mean, you would think, and history shows that's the progression, isn't it? I mean, what you tend to do, you bubble around the bottom part of the ladder, all of a sudden you get your opportunity, you're playing a final, you're playing 2 finals. Look at Carlton going through now. And they've had a taste of finals, so they've gone back into another final series, and then, now they've had 2 final series, and you could argue whether it's been disappointing or not, but now they've got the taste for that now. So you watch their pre-season now. That's something that I can't give my group. Some of the boys have played in finals. Jared Hardbrown, Josh Fraser's played in finals. Obviously Gary has. Nathan Bock would have. All that sort of stuff. So it's all about gaining that experience. So you don't want to knock that back, and that's you got to set those targets and reassess them. So we'll be going hard, mate. We're not in the caper of making up numbers, that's for sure.
Yeah, good. And look, one other one. Will Ablett play in your round robin games in the NAB series, or would you hold him back?
Oh, yeah, look, mate, I mean, obviously, we want to get him through the season as best we possibly can. Now, that'll probably mean he'll want to play some games, so we'll sit down with the conditioning crew, sit down with him and say what's best. But obviously, what's also best for the team as well, not only his fitness side of things, is the makeup of the group, the chemistry between the group. Now, I wouldn't expect him just to roll out in round 2 and everyone gets to know, this is Gary and away we go. That's going to take some time. My understanding, mate, we've got many minutes and hours on the training track where the boys can do that. So, it's not the be-all and end-all. But certainly, there's a case to say that he'll need to play some footy with the boys, whether that's at training in some practice games and all the NAB Cup series. But I would think he's certainly going to play some footy, that's for sure.
Have you committed to your first 3 picks as yet?
No, not. The trade week's finished. Obviously, that week I was away, and the boys at the footy club have done a great job. But certainly it's getting to the pointy end. We're certainly going through our interviews. We're reviewing the interviews, I should say, from draft camp. And obviously, again, looking at training now, the boys have come back just to make sure we get the right Right players, no different to the uncontracted. It's all the balancing act. Now we've got our uncontracted settled, so we know we picked four of the 8 were defenders. So that's been good. Not obviously Bucky's probably the only tall defender. We're probably still a bit light on up front as far as talent goes and core talent. So that sort of stands out. There's certainly some balls there we're juggling, but as I said, we'll review that. But suffice to say, mate, at least one of our first 3 picks will be a West Aussie boy, that's for sure.
Okay.